Good afternoon. I had a lot of rain during the week there. Just one, well, certainly up in East Lothian, one long night of just heavy rain. And I was curious to know if they got that rain down here. They did. The road in was quite bad in places. There were lots of wash on the road where water had washed stones and debris onto the road. Anyway, upstairs, let's go and have a look. I've already taken things down. We're mopping up. It's Saturday today. We're actually staying the night tonight. We're camping. So there is a weather warning for tomorrow, but hopefully we'll be away by the time that hits. Did our new tarp setup work? Let's go and have a look. So in the left-hand room, it did work. But then what happened was the tarp that was on the floor at this end had filled up with water, and we were trying to empty it out and we just emptied it onto the floor. So what happened there was the rain came in, we collected it in the tarp to save it going on the floor, and then we just tipped the tarp out onto the floor anyway. These are my assistants for this weekend, or certainly for the next 24 hours, and they're mopping. They didn't even, I just said Danny's mopped and they're mopping.
I'm mopping. He's not.
He's supervising. So this room did work, but the disposal of the water didn't work, and that was our fault for being a bit cack-handed. This room through here worked really well, except the bucket overflowed, so we're collecting a bit more water than usual, although to be fair it did usually overflow anyway. I've put in there's two buckets down there. There's, as I say, a weather warning for tomorrow for wind and rain, and it's like a 24-hour period, so that's going to fill up. This side here, the room underneath here is goosed anyway, so, but the kitchen and the other dorm downstairs are actually not bad order, so we want to make sure that no water gets out that way. So what we're going to try and do is maybe hang these tarps up a bit more up so that they tip into the bucket instead of us coming down and tipping it onto the floor. That was actually, don't say it was actually Jonah's fault. We told Jonah to just sort of do the thing properly. And he was just like, nah, I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, no, Jonah, stop doing that. And he's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm going, Jonah, stop it. No, don't do that. And he was like,
It was Evan. No, it was actually, yeah, it was. It was kind of back.
It was actually me. Right, but then one of these days we will absolutely get some like proper flat space to camp on. There isn't like a decent place to pitch a tent because the only flat bit is the hard standing, and you can't obviously get pegs in the ground, so I think I'm going to end up in a heap at the bottom of my One Tigris bungalow 2.0. Young folk are in that tent and they'll be fine, that's quite flat there. What I'm doing though is I'm road testing my slate pusher because this room has leaked. This roof isn't as bad as that roof, you can see that roof's terrible up there. This roof isn't so bad, however I'm going to try and push some of these slates up. So this one here, maybe that one there, and then there's a gap there, those have slipped as well. I think there's a gap there as well that I might try and get to, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to reach. So I'm going to put the camera down and get lined up. So if I fall off a ladder, I'm not on my own, but I mean, I've taught them first aid. Let's be optimistic. Let's see what happens. Listen, I don't want to be boastful, but that worked really well. Usually when I do things like this, it doesn't really work. And that worked exactly as I anticipated it would. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but That roof is now perfect. I'm just joking, it's not perfect, but there's a gap there, so but that's easy to get to, that there. So I'll get to that. I can push that. I can actually reach that with the ladders. I think around the other side it's worse, and I'm not able to film that because I'll see what I can do. But that worked really well, surprisingly. I'm quite pleased with that, so all good. That roof is now watertight. It is completely 100% watertight. Oops, steady. What happened there? Hold on. I'm going to put the camera down and do this properly. I need to clear that guttering, don't I? Oh, my hands are going to be so cold. Man up, Paul. So there's some slates, but I think it's not so bad. It looks terrible there, but I don't think it's that bad. It's right up there, and I don't think I'm going to be able to reach. Oh, it's not long enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to climb off this ladder and scuttle up the roof like Spider-Man. I'm not going to do that. Even if I had all the right equipment, I still wouldn't go on the roof because I don't like heights. It's terrible light. Nope, nope, no. Anyway, listen, I got some up, so that's not so bad. And this, I know it's jumbled up over there, but there is a bit of a gap, I think, but I can't really see because the light's failing. So I'm just going to clean this gutter while I'm up here, and then and that'll do us. Forward. Wait till that starts whistling, I think, and then
put the pasta in and then pour boiling water. Oh, look, it's got a button. It's filming us again.
That is a family heirloom, that kettle. That's been in the scout group for a long time.
Whoa. Looks like it's about 20 years old.
I'm going to switch this off because it is getting creepy now.
It is.
So that's a day, it's dark. This camera does not record well in the dark, and yes, the head torch that I'm wearing does have about 40 LEDs on it. Just don't judge me. It's not, I'm not overcompensating. We're going to get some dinner. We'll probably get a fire going outside maybe. We'll see how cold it gets. It is quite clear tonight. It's calm. It's very calm. There is a weather warning on for tomorrow. I think it's supposed to come in about mid-morning. So we'll see how that goes. I did not last outside last night. I did have my One Tigra's Bungalow 2.0 pitched, but honestly it is not a winter tent at all. It is a summer tent only. I pitched it and the condensation inside the tent was, I mean, it was terrible. I had to get some kitchen roll to swab down the inside of the tent, so that wasn't good. I bought a carry mat, a sleeping mat, an inflatable mat thing, and it's got one of these weird Amazon names. It's Veil Howl, and it is the worst thing ever. I say that because I tried to sleep on it last night. It's not the worst thing ever. You know, there are other things that are worse than that. However, the point is that as a carry mats go, it's crap. Inflatable mattress, it's rubbish. It's just, it's not thick enough. You can't inflate it enough. It's green and it's got those sort of square sections and it's lumpy. It's just not comfy. So it's just going in the bin. So I came in here last night, I got the fire going, and it was delightful. We had some visitors down here last weekend and they started telling us ghost stories about how they saw people on the stairs. There was one of their young people where they were in the campfire and he felt a black Labrador at his leg and he turned, but it wasn't. There was like nothing there and he was like hysterical for like an hour. And I have to stay down here. And it's like, don't tell me things like that. Pulls in or pulls out. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but you can certainly hear it. And over here, So we're done. We're going to go up the road. It's actually brightened up. Wind's died down, but I don't think that's the worst of it. So we'll get up the road, and that's it for this video. We'll see you next time.